Okay. All right, so everybody's sitting right here. I'm going to say welcome to Sarah. I see you popped in. So welcome. We're going to get started today. And I want to just all the somewhat heaviness of things that might be going on. I just wanted to bring a little enlightenment. And one of the ways to enlightenment is to get some lightening up. So I just have some fun little things to share that might, just bring a chuckle to you, because it always feels good to laugh, and laughter yoga is a thing. So just bringing some more joy and lightness to this practice, I think will be fun. So I invite you to practice with a sense of lightness today, working toward that enlightenment. Okay. So here's something that Miss Piggy said: never eat anything at one sitting that you can't lift. And that may not have happened at Thanksgiving. We had a 20-pound turkey for 6 people. I don't know what I was thinking. We couldn't lift it. Mark Twain said, never learn to do anything. And if you don't learn, you'll always find someone else who will do it for you. All right. Anatole France says, I love this one: never lend books, for no one ever returns them. The only books I have in my library are books that other folks have lent me. And that's my mother-in-law gives us all these books. So our whole library is basically her books. Henry Youngman says, if you're going to do something tonight that you're sorry for, tomorrow morning, sleep late. And the last one is Phyllis Diller. If you remember Phyllis Diller, I just remember her crazy hair. This isn't very nice, but it's kind of funny if you take it the right way. Personally, I find the best way to relieve anxieties is to shout old-fashioned curses on your enemies. Simply rear back and shout at them. May you get obscene phone calls from your psychiatrist. May you invest heavily in solar heating system, and may every day be cloudy. May your son work in Hawaii as a volcano sweep. She was a funny lady. So just all in good fun, a sense of lightness today. So let's just enjoy our practice. Try to bring a smile to our face when we can. That'll help release serotonin, which is that neurochemical of that feel-good neurochemical. So just smile when you think about it, and that'll lighten things up a bit too. All right, so Judy just popped in. Welcome, Judy. So everybody take a comfortable seat, shift your gift side to side, press the feet into the earth, get the sitting bones grounded, and from that place, lengthen up towards the sky. Roll the shoulders up towards your ears, and then soften them back and down, and just do a few simple shoulder rolls. When we stand today, we're going to do our breath of joy, which makes some people lightheaded because it sips of breath in with a ha breath out. We know that ha breath is anti-anxiety. Those sips of breath in just bring more energy into our body. So it's a twofer. It's energizing and an anti-anxiety breath. But we're just going to warm up today with simple belly breathing. So settle into your space, feel rooted and grounded, and take those cleansing breaths to transition from whatever you were doing before your practice to your sacred space now. An audible exhalation, breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, and again. Good. And then just taking that scan of your body, paying attention to any areas you need to be mindful of today, and nothing should hurt today or ever in your yoga practice. So be gentle and kind to yourself. Then coming to that beautiful breath, that prana. Prana is our life energy. So just breathe in that precious air. Let it circulate through your whole body. And then just through the nose, a nice long, slow exhalation. Starting to tap into your rest, relax, and digest nervous system. Allowing the belly to be soft. As you breathe in, the belly will soften and round. Take it up a little higher as you invite the side ribs to expand, and then to the top of your lungs as the collarbones broaden. And then just let all that go. Letting go, just let go of heaviness so you can become lighter. Each breath in, creating a sense of lightness. Each exhalation, releasing any burden, any worries. Easier said than done, I understand. And a couple more. Always coming to the breath several times throughout the course of the day, your number one strategy for release. Now mantra, breathing in, I calm my body. Breathing out, I calm my mind. All right. And bringing the hands to the heart space, finger to finger, palm to palm. Hands in Anjali Mudra, that mudra of offering. And maybe we can offer that intention of being lighter. And if we remember what Thich Nhat Hanh said last week about cultivating seeds of happiness, and if we wait for there to be no burden or no worry in our life to cultivate happiness, we'll never get there. So we start from where we are, cultivating happiness, and let it grow from wherever we are. Just meet happiness where it is. And then bow your head to your heart. Blink your eyes open, lower your hands down, and just widen your feet out a bit. Start to get some movement in the body. Shifting weight side to side, hitting the circles, rotating the torso. Keeping the spine long and then rounding. Let the shoulders get involved. Just take a little inventory here how you're feeling today in this body. Move in the other direction as well. Breathing in and breathing out, staying connected with that breath. Nice. And then come back to neutral. Lean back in the chair. If you are sitting on the floor, just lean back on your elbows as you bring one knee into the chest and make some circles with your ankle. And the other direction. I started something new. I'm hanging a strap from my bedpost. Don't get any ideas. I use it before I go to bed and when I wake up in the morning to stretch out my foot, my Achilles, and my hamstring, my calf and my hamstring. And oh my goodness, my feet are feeling so much better. Take that leg out to the side, in and out, open up through the hip. So before I'm starting my yoga, and I'm infusing just little bits and pieces of yoga throughout the course of the day because I tend not to always sit and want to do it for an hour. All right, lean back, get the other one up. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, but I know I'll get little bits and pieces in through the course of the day. Point and flex, lift and spread your toes. Lean back in the chair if that feels better with your spine, or sitting away from the chair if you're feeling strong in your core today. Take that leg out to the side. Just notice how these hips are feeling. And then bring the feet together and take the knees apart. So come to Baddha Konasana. Just rock the knees in and out. Sit nice and tall. And then hold the legs out to the side, lengthen through the spine. Hinge forward just a bit. Not real far. You're on the sides of the feet. Lift back up. Take a nice breath in. And hinge forward again. Just opening up through those hips. Notice how the lower back feels. Beautiful. And then come back up, walk your feet back to neutral, and then roll the shoulders back and start to turn the head side to side over your shoulder. Listen for any snap, crackle, and pop of that neck fascia releasing. Each and every time, just allowing the eyes to look over your shoulder to get a little bit more movement in the neck. Breathing in and exhaling as you turn over the other way. One more time each way. Good. All right, and then lower the chin in the direction of the chest, maintaining that space for your golden egg. Lift up through the heart and slide your elbows back. So the chin is a little low, lifting up through the crown of the head, and then hands on the thighs, slide the elbows back to open up through your chest and press your elbows down and feel that interesting stretch across the top of the shoulders. Another breath here. And then bring the hands back to the center of the thigh and sweep your chin over your right shoulder. And then lift the chin up towards the sky at a diagonal. So you're doing a sideways no. So the chin's over the right shoulder and then diagonally lift up toward the corner of the room. Just a couple moves here. Nice and easy. Notice where you feel the stretch. And when you feel something that feels like a good stretch, pause there. So when my chin's down, I really feel it. And then press your left elbow back and down until you feel even more of a stretch. I love seeing everybody's in a different position. Good. All right, release that. Bring the head back to center and lift your head up just to kind of shake everything out. And then we'll just go the other direction. So chin with the golden egg, sweep it over towards that left shoulder. And then start to diagonal no. So the chin's over the left shoulder and then sweeps up, lifts up, hovering over the right. Go as slow or as fast as feels okay in your body today. And then when you feel that thing that feels like it's useful for you, take your opposite elbow. So I'm taking my right elbow back and down just a bit. So my hand's on my thigh, I'm sliding my hand toward my hip and then pressing the elbow back just a little bit. Really stretches out through that top of the shoulder, front of the shoulder, depending on where you are. Good. And then bring your hand back to neutral, sweep the chin, lift the head up. Roll the shoulders back. Find that right arm and just start swinging it back and forth. And then take the left side. And then we're going to do that Michael Phelps thing, the swimming thing where you wrap one arm on top and crisscross your arms over, give yourself a pat on the back. That oddly longed arm man. I feel like him sometimes. My arms are longer than my torso for sure. All right, one more time each way. Give yourself a hug, stay there. And then take your elbows towards the left as you look over your right shoulder. Soften your shoulders down. If they're up around your ears, just soften your grip. Nice. And then remember which arm's on top because we're going to switch it. Open the arms up. Bring the other arm on top. Soften the shoulders down. Twist the torso and those elbows a little bit to the right as you look over your left shoulder. Good. All right, come back to center, keeping the elbows crossed. Lift the backs of the hands across each other. So if your elbows are able to stay crisscrossed, keep them crisscrossed to eagle arms. Bring the backs of the hands together. If that doesn't feel good, bring the palms together and the forearms together. So you pick what works better for you. And then press your elbows forward like you're pushing that button and lower the chin slightly in the direction of the chest with 2 golden eggs under your chin. And soften the shoulders down. Nice. Remember which arm's up on top. We're going to open the arms up and crisscross the other way. So there's a lot of stress that builds up in the back of our shoulders and the back of our neck. Soften the shoulders down, press the elbows forward, walk the hands a teeny bit away from you, and just feel that stretch across the back of the shoulders. Just breathe into that space. Tightness. Sometimes you get those little twitches in the back of your shoulder and the back of your neck. Just need a good stretch. Nice. And then open the arms out to the side and lower the arms down. Roll your shoulders out. All right, let's practice opening the arms, opening the arms the way they're intended. So palms facing up like you're holding a tray. And then take the elbows out like your chicken wings and turn the palms down. So thumbs are pointing down toward the floor. Palms face me, Moo. Palms face me, thumbs out. Thumbs down. There you go. Palms face forward. Reach the arms up over the head and then sweep the arms out to the side. Let's try that again. Hold the tray. Elbows out, palms face forward, thumbs down. Palms face the sky and open up the curtains out to the side. Try it again more fluidly. Palms face up, elbows up, palms face forward, thumbs down, palms face toward the sky and release. One more time. Palms face up, elbows out, palms face forward, up toward the sky and sweep them down. Good. If that felt good in your shoulders, do your arm lift that way. This is the nice fluid movement for the mechanics of how the shoulders and arms are intended to open. Okay, but if your shoulders are feeling good today, you can just reach the arms out to the side, come to your sun breath. Palms face forward, palms face each other. Press the feet into the sky, press the sit bones in, lengthen up. Full breath in, full breath out. Exhale, lower the arms down with energy, not just letting them float back down. Reach the arms overhead, big breath in. And then as you exhale, turning the palms down, keep the fingers active, arms active. Take the arms through that warm honey. Last one, we'll keep them up. And lower the right arm down and crescent over towards that left side. Hold on to the chair if you need support, but make sure you're rooting down through the right side. Open up through hip and ribs and turn the torso toward the earth to get a stretch across the back ribs. If it feels better to have your arm at goalpost or fingertips on the shoulder with the elbow pressed back, you find what works for you today. Turn the torso back to center, reach both arms up overhead, lengthen. Big breath in, lower your right arm down and crescent to the right. Make sure you're rooting that left side down. So really press the left foot, sitting bone into the earth as you reach and rise up through. And then turn the torso toward the earth to stretch across the back of the ribs. So just a little turn, stretching, good. And then back to center and lower that arm down. Roll the shoulders back. All right, extend your right leg forward. Get a hamstring stretch here. Hands going to hold on to the back of the chair. I want you to roll the shoulders back and open the chest. And press your heel down, press the thigh bone down. If you're needing more height in your leg because you're just not comfortable, bring the foot on a block, okay? We're going to lead with the heart. So front leg is straight, heels pressed into the earth, thigh bones down, lengthen, and lead with the heart as you hinge from your hip crease. So the head and neck stay lifted. Good. And then press forward. Feel that stretch all the way across the hamstring. Good. Janu Shirshasana. Lift back up, full breath in. Exhale, hinge forward. Nice. And lift back up. Bring that foot back to about a 45-degree angle, and we're going to do the left hip. So the left foot's going to lift and either set on the calf. Well, you can use a block if you want. You can use a block for figure 4, bring it on your shin, or bring it up on your thigh if you don't round. If you're sitting in the on the floor, you're just going to cross one leg over the other still. Yep, exactly. Okay. All right, so pick whether you're going to use the block. Lower your knee down a bit, put it on the shin or above the knee. And if you lower your leg down, it's a little bit easier. See how the difference, if my leg is straight, I'll be a little bit lower. If it's all the way up, it's pretty high. So press the hands into the chair, lengthen, and hinge forward, getting that nice figure 4 stretch across the hip. Whether you're on the block, the shin, or the thigh. Keep the foot flexed. Lift back up, big breath in, and last one, hinge forward again. Nice. Opening up through that hip joint. Good. All right, let's do our hamstring stretch on the other side. So you're either using a block or not for that left leg. Hands are going to reach back behind you. Lift up through the heart. Press the heel down, thigh bone down. Lengthen up, hinge from your hip. Feel that stretch on the whole length of the hamstring. This one should feel really good, really intense. Take a breath and lift back up. And reset your heel, pressing down. Reset your thigh bone, pressing down. Lift, arms pressed back. So here you're getting a double whammy too, because you're opening up the chest as you hold on to the chair and lean forward. Really going to help open that chest. So draw the shoulder blades together too. Good. One more breath. And then lift back up. Figure out what you want to use for your figure 4, either a block, your shin, or or the thigh. So we're going to take that right leg and flex the foot and either place it on the block, the shin, or the thigh, right above the knee. You decide. I can't see most of your legs, so I don't know which choice you picked. So hinge forward again. Do you like using the block the best? Okay, Susan says yes. Lift up. Okay, Betty says yes. Good. And hinge forward again. There. All right. And lift back up. Take the feet out. All right. Slide over toward the right side of your chair. We're coming to gate pose. So you'll be on your knees, Pauline, and take the right leg out to the right side for gate pose. So extend that right leg out to the right side. And feel that stretch in the inner thigh to start. Reach the arms up overhead, big breath in here, lengthen. Make sure that your hip points are level, so you're not lifted and torqued up. Your hip points are level. Lower your right hand down and crescent over to the right side. Really press that right foot into the floor, and the foot is going wherever it's most comfortable for you. Good. One more breath here. Reach both arms up overhead again. Bring the hands to the thighs. We're going to do a triangle pose here. So place the back of the hand on the inside edge of that right leg. Walk the left leg out to the left side just a little bit. And then bring the left hand onto the hip. Roll the shoulder back. And then as you lengthen up through the spine, just hinge forward, really stretching through that hip to rib on the left. And press the back of the hand into the inner thigh to help you open up through the heart space. That left elbow is really pressed back. So this is our triangle pose. One more breath here. It's not that different from what we just did, but it opens up the heart a little bit more. Good. All right, press your hand into your thigh, lift back up. Hold on to the chair, or if you have a block nearby that you can just place that block on the left side of your chair. You have options here. So we're going to lean the other way into extended side angle pose. So we'll reach that right arm up overhead and hinge over toward the left side. The hand can stay on the side of the chair, find the leg of the chair, or reach for the block. So we're looking for a diagonal line from fingertip to heel. The arm can stay straight up if it's too much to take it overhead. Good. One more breath. Nice. Good. And use your side body muscles to release that. And walk that foot back forward. Come together, center in the chair, feet together, knees apart. Get a little bit of opening in those hips. Very nice. Good. Your extended side angle poses looked really nice. All right, scooch over to the other side. And we'll extend that left leg out to the left side. Find that place that works for you where your hip points can be even. So you're not tipped up on one side. If you need to bend the leg a little bit for that to happen, then go ahead and do that. All right. Inhale, reach arms up overhead. And lower your left hand down, crescent over toward that left side. Try not to put any weight on the knee joint. So you're just using your hand here as a placement, not bearing weight there. Press that right foot into the floor and really use that to help you reach and lengthen up through that right side. One more breath. Good. Lift back up. Bring that right hand to your hip. Roll the elbow back. Left hand slides to the inside edge of the left knee. Lengthen your spine, and we're going to reach and lift up through the pelvis. So we're trying not to collapse into this left side. We're lifting up from the hip crease to the ribs. Keep a nice long line and hinge forward over. Press the back of the left hand into the inside of the leg to help you lift up through the heart. So this is a little bit of a spinal twist too. And that right elbow presses back behind. Find your breath. Good. Keep the head and neck in alignment. So if your head tipped over your shoulder, lift your head up a little bit so you're not straining the neck. Good. And lift that back up. We're going to take that block over to the other side. or you can use your chair. So holding on to the chair, the leg of the chair or the block, reach your left arm up to whatever's comfortable for you, crescent over toward the other side, that right side. Left arm can stay straight up or reach overhead so the upper arm's in line with the ear. So you got a nice long line from fingertip to heel. Beautiful. That's a big stretch, guys. That looks really good. One more breath here. Nice. And then try to use your side body muscles. So I like to turn my left palm away from me and use that to help like push. Help me up. Good. And then walk your foot back in. All right. Let's see. The next few poses, you can do staying seated if you choose. Just, you know, kind of play along, modify. But we are going to come to standing with our chair nearby. So I'm going to have the chair off to the left side to start. Okay. So do your sit stands. All right. Not going to get away with not doing sit stands. If you're not doing sit stands, do some squats. Okay. So press the feet into the earth, lengthen your spine and lift your heart. Hinge forward, so nose is over toes, and press your hands into your thighs, get light on your buttocks. And then if you feel safe and ready, push those feet into the earth and come to standing. All right, shift the weight to the heels of your feet, send those sitting bones back. If that was really hard and you want to take a wider stance, and you can hinge forward a little bit more, lift up, that might feel good for some of you. It's still a perfectly acceptable way to get up. You can cross your hands over your chest. Keep that core strong, all right? Press the feet in, lift and lengthen. Cross the hands over the chest. Shift your weight to the heels of the feet. Start to send those sitting bones back. Keep the legs strong and the core engaged. Sit down without a plop. Maybe you want to take your arms forward. Nose over toes. It's all about the core and the strength of those quads. Shift the weight back. Let's do one more. Some of us like to scoop ourselves up. And once you get your chair situated, so the chair's on your left side. I'm going to pull this back just a smidgy. A little bit more. There we go. And place one block maybe on your chair, just in case. All right, good. All right, let's start with our empty coat sleeve. So if you're sitting, you can just kind of rock side to side. Let the arms be floppy. Just a little twist, that's it, little side to side movement. Lift up your opposite foot. So if you're turning to the right, lift up the left heel so you don't torque your knee. And let the arms really feel like they're not in the arm sleeves. All right, sleeves, sockets, and then shake all that out. All right, press the feet into the earth. Reach the arms out to the side. Bend the elbows, come back to eagle arm. So cross your left arm over your right arm. A little bit of eagle arms there. Or bring the soles, the palms of the hands and the elbows together. Lower the chin, squeeze toward the midline. Squeeze the legs toward the midline, squeeze the glutes. Open the arms out, big breath in, and come to the other side. So whatever arm was on top, cross the other elbow on top, or just bring the forearms together. Chin to the chest, round, chin slightly in the direction of the chest, squeeze toward the midline, squeeze the glutes, squeeze the legs toward the midline. And then lift the chin back up, open the arms out to the side, reach the arms up overhead, interlace your hands, press the palms up toward the sky. Draw the belly in and slightly crescent over to the right. Now, to the left, I'm sorry. If that doesn't feel good, lower your hand down to give yourself some support. Lift back up, shift the other way. Good. And lift back up, lower the arms down. Okay, I'm going to take that left leg and cross it behind the right leg. So just step the left leg behind, tap it behind the right leg. Hold on to the chair should you need that support. We're going to do a crescent with our leg back behind us, okay? So we're holding on. Get close to the chair should you need it. The left leg's behind the right leg. Squeeze the legs toward the midline. And then if you feel safe, reach your left arm up overhead and crescent over towards that right side. Now, if you really feel safe, there you go. You know what? Let's start over. I want to go the other direction first. I'm sorry. So cross your right leg behind your left leg. So now you have the chair here as a support, okay? Reach the right arm up overhead, crescent over towards the left, and then try to turn the head and look down at your right toes that are behind you. You're holding on to the chair here, should you need it. See if you can feather tap with that once you get your eyes set. Good. Lift back up and lower the arm down, uncross the legs. We'll come back to that side in a minute. Take your feet nice and wide for goddess. Feet are at a 45-degree angle. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. Bring the arms back up to goalpost. Roll the shoulders back. Really draw that belly in. Lengthen the tailbone toward the heels and start to bend the knees, tracking the knees over the feet. Lift up, palms face forward. Draw the shoulder blades together. Feel the strength of the legs. Can you press the feet into the earth and get lighter on the torso? Open up through the inner thigh. So see if you can't take the knees out to the side just a little bit more. Good, one more breath here. This is a big pose. Then reach the arms up overhead slowly, straighten the knees, palms face each other. Lower the arms to a T for star pose. Plug the head of the arm bone into the shoulder. Keep the arms active and engaged, and then slowly lower the arms down. Bring the heel toe the feet back together. Reach the left arm up, right arm up overhead. You're holding onto the chair if you need it. Draw that belly in and up. Lift up onto the toes. And lower the heels back down. Maybe if you lift up on the toes again, you can feather tap with the hand on the chair. Now we're going to lower the heels back down and come to chair pose. So shift the weight to the heels of the feet. Start to bend the knees and sink the heels back. Reach both arms forward, pressing out through the heels of the hands. Spread the fingers wide. Staying in chair pose, open the arms out to the side. Good. And then bring the arms forward again. Lower the hands down, straighten the knees. Hold on to the chair on that left side, shift your weight to the left. Peel the right foot up if that feels okay for you. Either stay on the toe or lift the foot up, flex the foot, hold on to the underside of the leg or the top of the knee, and gently take that leg out to the side, forward and back. Maybe you can feather tap with your left fingertips. One more time out, hold it here, pause for a moment. And lower the toes down to the earth into tree. So we're keeping the foot a little outside of the heel. Roll the shoulder back. See if you can bring the hands to the heart space with the toe connected to the earth to start. Find your balance, find your breath, and then see if it's possible to slide the toes toward the heel, or maybe slide the foot up the calf. Needing to hold on to the chair is perfect. Bring the hand over the heart. Tree pose. Nice. One more breath here. And then lower the hands, lower the foot. Hands come onto the hips, feet come hip distance apart. Bend the knees, rotate the torso. Get movement in the ankles, the knees, and the hips. Find your breath. And go the other direction. Nice. Good. All right, you can either turn around or move your chair to the other side. We'll do that whole series on this other side. Start with a little loose coat sleeve. slow that down. Roll the shoulders out. Find that left side, reach the left arm up overhead. Reach the right arm up overhead. Interlace the hands. Sweep the palms up toward the sky. Draw the belly in and up. Crescent to the right. If you need the hand on the chair, please use the support of the hand on the chair. Crescent other direction. Hands can even be in front of the face if the shoulders are not interested in this today. And back to center. Lower your right hand to the chair, left arm up overhead. And then we'll slowly bring it to the hip. Taking that left leg behind the right leg. Reach the left arm up overhead. Root down through the feet. Squeeze the legs toward the midline. Squeeze the thighs toward each other. Holding onto the chair with the right, crescent over to the right, or slide the right hand down the right thigh. Stretching and reaching toward the heels. Crescenting over, then see if you can take the eye gaze towards your toes back behind you. Hold on to the chair or not, up to you. One more breath here. And then use the strength to lift back up, lower the arm down, uncross the feet. Roll the shoulders back. Take the feet as wide for goddess. Toes are at a 45-degree angle. Draw the belly in and up, lengthen the tailbone toward the heels, reach the arms out to the side, bending at the elbows. Roll the shoulders back, palms face forward. Big breath in here, and as you exhale, bend the knees, tracking the knees over the feet. Open those inner thighs, take the knees out even wider. Find your breath. Feel the strength of your thighs. One more breath here. Press the feet into the earth to get light in the torso, and then bring the hands onto the thighs. From the hip crease, hinge forward, send the sitting bones back, and bring shoulder to the direction of the knee. So right shoulder toward the left knee, back to center, left shoulder to the right knee, and one more time each way. Great job, everybody. Beautiful. Straighten the knees and bring that left foot toward the right foot. Shift your weight over to that. Oh no, sorry. Keep your feet equally balanced on both feet. We're going to reach one arm up, other arm up. Draw the belly in, get your core set. And then we're going to lift up onto the toes. So you may want to bring your right hand down, lift the heels up. Feather tap or hold on to that chair. Keep the core strong. Lower the heels down, lower the arm. We'll try that one more time. So sweep one or both arms up, lift the heels up. Keep that core strong. And then lower the heels down as you start to hinge into chair pose. Bend the knees, sink the hips. Bring the palms facing forward. Shift the weight to the heels of the feet. Draw that belly in and up. Open the arms out to the side. Nice, good, good. And back to center. Lower the arms down, straighten the knees. Roll the shoulders back. Shift the weight over to the right. Peel the left foot up. Keep it on the toes or peel it all the way up. Flex the foot. Hold on to the top of the knee or under the knee. And just rock that leg side to side, opening up through that hip joint. You can always tap it side to side if that feels better. And then next time that leg is out to the side, pause it there for a moment. Lower the foot down, stay on the toe of the foot. Balance the weight on both feet. Bring the hands to the heart space for your tree pose. Find your breath. Either bringing your right hand back down to the chair and the left hand onto the heart, or keeping the hands at Anjali Mudra. Slide your left foot towards your right ankle. So you can get the feet a little bit closer. See how that feels with your tree. Hold on or don't. And then maybe the foot can slide up the calf. Pressing the foot into the leg into the foot, holding on should you need it, no problem. Find your breath. Good. And then slowly lower your arms down, lower your legs down. Shake it out. Nice. Good series. Kind of fun, right? And tell me, were you focused just on what you were doing, not thinking about other stuff? That's the beauty of yoga too. All right. We're going to do just we're getting into, we're going to go into a little bit of chair and then hinge forward into like a half forward fold. It's a cross between an L pose and just a forward fold. But we're going to try to get the knees a little bit straighter so we can really lengthen out through the hamstrings, okay? So instead of standing right up against the chair, take at least a big giant step back so that you can get into chair and then hinge forward, okay? We're going to use the strength of our core to lift and lower from that. So feet are a happy distance apart for you. Press the feet into the earth. Use that to lengthen your spine, roll the shoulders back. Bring the hands to Anjali Mudra. Come back to your intention, the lightness of your practice. Shift the weight to the heels of your feet. Don't arch your butt, don't arch your backs and stick your butt up. Really lengthen your tailbone down as you start to bend the knees and sink the hips. Come to your chair pose. Isometrically draw your legs together, strong and stable. One more breath here, and then bring the arms forward if that feels okay in your back. If not, and then slowly lower the hands down to the chair. Begin to straighten the knees and hinge forward over the chair into a modified L pose with bent elbows. Head and neck are in alignment, and the legs are as straight as the spine can stay long. So if you can maybe bend one knee and straighten the other, let your hips rock side to side a little bit, nice and slowly. Good. All right. Now bend the knees again, shift the weight to the heels of the feet, sink your hips back into chair feet. Press your hands onto your thighs if you need it or onto the heart space. And then lift the torso only. Keep the knees bent. Come back into your chair pose. A lot of strength required here. One more breath. And then straighten the legs back up, coming into mountain pose. Beautiful. Lower the arms down. Did you feel that in your butt and your glutes? I sure did. Roll the shoulders back. Felt it in a little bit in my lower back too. So telling me that I really need to continue working that core strength. All right, come close to your chair. Hold on to the back of the chair. We're going to take a warrior one by stepping the right foot back into a nice wide base. If you need something on the back of your heel, you need your foot on the back. For warrior one, lower your heel down at a 45-degree angle. Take a bend to the front knee. If this asymmetrical pose does not feel good for you, keep it really narrow. All right, very narrow. All right, let's see if we can't reach that right arm up overhead. Lengthen up and crescent over. So a lot of side bends today. We're opening up through the right hip flexor. Really press the back foot down. Open up through those, the hip flexor and the side ribs. And then use your side body strength to lift back up. Lower the arm down, straighten the front knee, lengthen up through the spine. Don't hyperextend the front leg, and hinge forward again into a nice pyramid pose. Kind of a modified pyramid pose. Feel the accentuated stretch in that front left hamstring. Good. Find your breath, soften your face. Good. One more breath. Good. You guys all have such nice straight backs. Lift back up, soften your knees, and step forward. Wag your tail. Let's go to the other side. So come to mountain pose. Take that left leg, step the left leg back into warrior. So it's a nice wide base of support. All right, the back heel's down. Your legs are coming right out from your hips. Take a bend to that front knee. If you're feeling anything in your lower back, your stance is a lot closer, okay? All right, isometrically send that front shin forward, squeeze your back left glute, and then light on your fingertips here. That enlightenment as we reach the left arm up overhead and crescent over toward the right side. So left arm is up, crescent to the right, foot is forward. Good, one more breath. And then come back to center. Lower the hand down. Step the back foot forward a tiny bit this time as you straighten the front knee. Lengthen up through your spine and hinge forward. We're sending that right crease back. Keep the hips nice and square. Mind your breath. Good. Blocks might feel good here if you're doing your pyramid pose without the chair. Torso's facing forward, Pauline. Torso's facing forward. Looks like you're in a triangle. You're coming to a pyramid, so you want to be more, there you go. So blocks are really helpful here. All right, lift back up and step the back foot forward. Shift your weight side to side. Okay, last thing we're going to do here, I'm going to show you what you're getting into. I'm going to put the chair close to the wall. I've got the back of the chair and the wall as points here. I'm going to have a block on the chair if I need it, just in case, okay? We're doing the lizard pose. So what we do here is shift our weight on the wall foot. No, shift your weight on the center of the room foot, and the wall foot comes on. I'll walk you through this. It's this. It's getting the, let me show you what it looks like. So pretend there's a wall right here. There's a wall right here, right? I'm coming into the pose like this. So the wall's there in case I lose my balance toward the wall, okay? All right, I'm gonna try that. Modifications are to just maybe step on a block and hinge forward over that. And if you can use the block to bring the chair seat up a little bit higher. You can use 2 blocks if you want. Sometimes just getting your foot up on the chair is enough. So hold on to the wall and hold on to the chair. And you're standing, I'm standing on in front of the seat of the chair, the side seat of the chair. I'm going to shift my weight to the foot that's closest to the center of the room, closest to the camera, and I'm going to bring my wall foot up onto the chair. Then, okay, everybody safe? Okay, only if you feel safe. Hinge forward, walk your foot to the outside edge of the chair, and then bring your hand onto the inside edge of your foot on the blocks or on the seat of the chair. So the spine is nice and straight. The standing leg is solid. All right, Judy, you look confused. I don't see a bio. Let me show you. I'm doing this. And I've got the wall here in case I need support. Okay, let's see. Hinge forward, bringing the shoulder in line with the knee. This is a really good stretch for your hip. And then you can even come on the side, the pinky toe side of the foot, and rock it in and out just a bit to get a little more opening in the hip. A couple more here. Good. One more. Nice. And then lift back up and lower down. I'm just going to turn my chair around, or you can just go onto the other side of your chair if you're by the wall. This is where I really wish I was with you guys. I'm not explaining it very well. Okay. So my right hand is on the chair. I'm going to lift my left foot up onto the seat of the chair and hinge forward and bring my left hand, left foot is up, my left hand on the inside of my left leg and start to hinge forward. Hands come on the blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks, or the seat of the chair. And then you can come on the pinky toe side of the foot and just rock that leg side to side. Kathy Donnelly used to tell us she couldn't get going in the morning until she did this, get her hip open a little bit. I always remember her telling us that in teacher training. All right, a couple more breaths here. So if this feels good for you, it might be something you want to do throughout the course of the day. Lift back up and lower your foot down and shake your hips out. Is that okay for your back, Betty? Okay, good. Shake those hips out. Let's get down on the floor now, okay? So for the floor, grab your weights and have a weight on either side of you. And we'll start in constructive rest. So lie back, have your head on something that might feel supportive for you. I'm going to bring the video a little bit closer. That's my new light that you see right up there. Okay. There we go. All right. So we've worked our side body a lot. We've worked our hips a bit, doing tree pose, doing goddess pose, doing the lizard pose on the chair. So we're going to take advantage of all that, okay? So bring the soles of the feet together and take the knees apart. Come to Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of the feet toward each other. Push, push, push the feet toward each other. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, release the press of the soles of the feet and allow the knees to settle down toward the earth. If this is too much, you can always have blocks or blankets under your legs. Just find your breath here for a moment. Darn, I forgot to do breath of joy. All right, press the feet in, press, press, press the feet, lift the knees up. And as you exhale, allow the knees to release down. Okay, take the hands to the sides of the knees and walk the feet hip distance apart. There's no reason we can't do breath of joy lying on our back. We're going to try it because it does cause some people to get dizzy, so this will prevent you from getting dizzy. But it's taking in 3 sips of breath and then letting out a and you can feel those sips of breath. If you put your hand on your belly, you'll feel your belly jump into your hand 3 times. All right, so you want to try that? Let's do 2 more. 1 more. And just notice if it makes you feel energized or if you feel a little something swirling around your head a bit. But that's an energizing breath. If you're ever feeling like you want to grab for that coffee and Snicker bar at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, try a few breaths of joy and see if that can't help to energize you a bit. All right, take your arms out to a T and your feet as wide as the mat and just start to rock them side to start. And connect back with your belly breathing. Keep your left knee pointed straight up, nice and wide, at least as wide as the mat. Flex your right foot, so you're on the heel of the foot to support the knee, and lower the knee, the right knee, in the direction of the left calf to get a nice stretch across the top of your thigh. If that hurts your knee, then back off. If you have meniscus issues, you're going to feel this, so don't back way off. One more breath here. And then lift that foot up, lower the toes back down and come up on the heel of the left foot and drop the left knee in the direction of the right calf. The right knee is pointed straight up toward the sky. The knee is pointed toward the foot's on the floor, but the knee's pointed toward, it's just your knee is bent. Good. And then lift that left knee up. Hopefully you have your strap nearby. Good. Place your right knee into your chest. Place the strap around your right foot. And lengthen your right leg out toward my strap's on my bedpost. I forgot it there. So place the right leg in line with the left leg and get it straight. Okay, so you're holding on to the strap around your foot. Now draw your elbows down toward the floor and soften the grip on your leg, on your strap. And then slowly start to lift the leg up toward the sky. Press the foot into the leg into the foot. Really root the pelvis down toward the earth as you lengthen and reach the heel up toward the sky. If you want to extend your left leg long, go ahead and lower the left leg long unless that doesn't feel good in your back. Then keep the knee bent. Beautiful. Now from here, or this is what I do in the morning to get all parts of my hamstring, really flex the foot, draw the toes towards the knees, and externally rotate your legs. So your right foot is pointing toward 12 o'clock. Don't lower it down to the right side. Just rotate the whole leg so the knees and the whole foot are pointing toward 2 o'clock. Don't take it out to the 2 o'clock. Keep it straight up toward the sky, but just externally rotate the leg. And keep pressing out through the heel of the foot. And feel anything different? Now bring it back to center and internally rotate it. And you should feel like a nice big stretch across the outer calf especially. So you have multiple attachments on all these different muscles. So by internally and externally rotating, while still lengthening, engaging, reaching, and pressing, you'll get some nice stretch in all those different attachment points. And then come back to center. Now place your left hand on your left hip point to keep your hip pointing straight toward the sky. And walk your right leg, take your right leg out to the right side. If you have sacroiliac issues, with your left knee still bent and your foot on the floor, just open your left knee out to the left side to give a little more weight on the left side of your pelvis. Keep pressing out through the heel of your right foot. Good. And then come back to center, lift that leg back up towards center, and go ahead and put the straps into your right hand. Extend your left leg long and cross the right leg over the left leg. You can let the right buttock come up off the earth. Good. Come back to center and swap your feet out. So now put the left foot in the strap. Lower your right foot down toward the earth with the knee pointing toward the ceiling. Extend your left leg up, not all the way to the sky yet. Keep it at the same level as your right thigh bone. Really flex the foot, get it straight. Root the pelvis down, make sure the hip points are even, and then slowly start to lift the leg up toward the sky. Only take it as high as the leg will stay straight. Very nice. Good. Now your foot's pointing at 12 o'clock. We're going to externally rotate it so the knee, the whole leg bone rotates toward 10 o'clock. Nice. Feel that? Rotate it back to 12, and then internally rotate it so you're pointing toward 2 o'clock. There's no rush with this one. And then bring it back to center. Put both straps into your left hand. Put your right hand on your right hip point so that your pelvis doesn't rotate. And then take your left leg out to the left side. Take your right bent knee out to the right side to balance out your pelvis. Those of you with sacroiliac issues will appreciate that, keeping it balanced. All right, use the strength of your leg to lift the leg back up to center. Maybe extend the right leg long and then cross your left leg over the right thigh. You can switch hands and hold the strap in the right hand if that feels better. Betty, that's a good alternative. Good. A couple more breaths here. Are you pressing out through the heel of the foot, really accentuating that nice stretch? And then lift the leg back up. Take the strap off and lower the leg back, the foot back down. Rock the knees side to side. Okay, nice. Okay. And then we'll just do a couple things with weights, all right? So you're lying down on your back with your knees bent. Find your weight in each hand. All right. Bend your elbows with your palms facing your torso. And then lifting the arms up, not over your face, but over your belly. Bring the knuckles toward each other. And then, like you're hugging a big ball or a big tree. And then take the elbows back down toward the earth. Nice bend in the elbows. Just lift and lower the arms. Lift and lower. Good. Open as you inhale. Exhale as you draw them toward each other. Keep squeezing the pectoralis muscles. Good. 3 more. At the end of the practice, after Shavasana, since you're already here and you've got your weights, you may want to do a few more biceps and triceps just to get them in for the day. Good. All right, lower your arms down by your side with palms facing up and just bring the fingertips for some nice bicep work. Fingertips towards the shoulders and then extend the arms long. So this feels different than when you are sitting or standing. If it's possible for you to lift the elbows up off the earth and not rest the back of the arm on the floor, you'll get a little bit more bang for your buck. It's harder and you may even feel it in your shoulders, but you'll get a little bit more strengthening that way. But if it feels better to keep the elbows down, keep the elbows down. Good. Just a couple more. All right, reach the arms overhead. So they right in front of you over your torso. Palms facing the midline. And widen them out so you're not at any risk for hitting your face. And then bend the elbows so that the thumbs and the top of the weight come in the direction of your shoulders. And then straighten the arms back out again for a triceps press. So the arms are straight overhead, and then you bend and bring the weights towards your ears, and then extend the arms long again. So if you're having, just a quiet, you're tired, and you just want to do some weights while you're on your back, you can still get a lot of benefit from doing the weights. When I had my back surgery, I did all my weights on my back. And I started to really enjoy it. You're not going to get the core strengthening from it. I'll give you that much for sure. Let's do 2 more. And 1 more. Good. All right, and then lower the arms down. Bring the feet a little closer to the hips and place the weights on your hip points. If you choose not to do your bridges with weights on your hips, then just take the weights off to the side. Press the heels into the floor, lengthen your tailbone towards your heels, and then slowly lift the hips and torso up off the earth. Keep the head and neck in alignment. So if your head's on too many pillows, take it away. The weights are resting on the very tips of the thighs, the tops of the thighs, and then lower that back down. If that didn't feel good, then come back to our traditional bridge where we take our arms down by our side, bend the elbows, and then press the backs of the arms into the earth. Lift and lower your torso, hips and torso with your breath. So inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. See if you can, as you inhale, lift, press the shins forward isometrically. Get the work in the hamstrings of the legs. And two more. Good. All right, and then go ahead and lower the weights down and give yourself a nice full body stretch. Extend the legs long, arms out to the side or overhead. Stretch that body, lengthen. Very nice. And then lower the arms down. Bend the knees one more time, feet as wide as the mat. And rock the knees side to side and leave them on the right side for a breath or two. For a little twist. And then back to center, rock them and take them the other way. And then back to center again. Give yourself a hug. Hold on the tops or undersides of the knees in toward the chest. Massage the lower spine, rocking the knees back and forth. Some of you may want to extend your legs long into a wide V and stretch your inner thighs one more time. Hands on the insides of the thighs to help support, or just take the knees out, keep the knees bent and take the knees out to the side. Nice little stretch there. And then if there's anything left that you want to do, just invite your body to move in whatever way would feel good. There you go. A couple more breaths here. And when you feel ready, settle into your Shavasana. So make yourself really, really comfortable. Make yourself really give yourself some good self-care for your Shavasana. So if that means snuggling, kicking the dog off the couch and taking its spot, Rose. He looks so comfortable up there, or she. Snuggling up with the dog. Oh, she looks like my Scouty. Oh, I miss her so much. It's going to be our 5th Christmas without Scouty, and it still feels like yesterday. All right. Give your head a little nest with a blanket. Make sure you're warm enough. And take some nice deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, just to release any lingering tension that may have occurred. Use your exhalation to release, let go, soften any areas that you're holding on to, tension for whatever reason. And think about smoothing out the creases of the forehead, allowing the eyes to roll back, the tongue to feel plump in your mouth as you create space between your teeth so your jaw can relax. Softening the shoulders, letting the arms be heavy, fingers unfurl. And the spine release, pelvis sink into the mat. And the muscles of the thigh release their hold on the bones, so all the bones can feel heavy and release toward the earth. And bringing a sense of lightness to your whole body here lying on the floor. If you feel ready, begin coming back into this space. Stay as long as you choose if you want to have a longer Shavasana. And invite the breath, slow and nourishing. Then begin to invite movement, smaller joints, fingers and toes. Bending the knees, rocking the knees, or giving yourself a hug as you draw the knees into the chest. Over onto your favorite side. And just take a pause for a moment to just pay attention to any shift that may have occurred throughout your yoga practice. Any lightness as we all are under the same now blue sky. The sun did come out.